Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Maybe It's Me. It's your host, Tremont Frank. I know I've been gone for quite some time, but I promise it's out of my control. I've been away for so long that I feel like I've got to introduce myself in this show. Maybe It's Me is literally all my opinions and personal experiences where whatever I feel comfortable sharing will be told. This is the 10th episode, and I'm so proud of you and me for taking the time to listen. I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. So far, I've reached 19 countries and territories in 77 cities, with my top states being Georgia, Maryland, and DC, and my top countries being the US, Germany, and Spain. I don't want to toot my own horn, but international teams. Also, I have reached 500 downloads, which can fill up a theater. Just imagine a theater of the Maybe It's Me cult. Yeah, my arrest would shortly follow after. All in all, make sure you subscribe, share, and do whatever you can to support and help this young, black, gay, upcoming podcaster out. Okay? So, what do I want to talk about first? Yeah, these past few weeks have been so chaotic. Oh, the Short and Sweet Tour, inspired by my last episode. My, oh my. The Short and Sweet Tour by no other than Sabrina Carpenter was such a thrill. I genuinely wish I could go back. To give a little foresight, I didn't even think I would attend. Sabrina has some rich white girls as her fans, because when I tell you those prices, nosebleed seats were reselling for up to $400, and lower bowl seats are $700. I looked around at myself because I thought I was Lisa Bonet the way I felt in a different world. Aren't we going through an economic struggle as of now? Who has $700 to drop at the hat of a dime, especially for a concert? I even saw a resold ticket for 2000. You bitches have lost your mind. Aside from that, though, I had a plan. How can a young gay black man see someone of pop stature? I searched until it hit me with something of the olden days. The box office. Throughout TikTok, I see white girls pulling up to the venue the night before and camping out for pit tickets for $300. It could be because I'm in Atlanta, but I've never heard of anyone I've encountered camping out for tickets. Shoes? Probably. Scratch that. It is because I'm in Atlanta. Who's standing outside of State Farm Arena late at night with the possibility of getting robbed, assaulted, or harassed? Boy, oh boy, was I wrong on October 22nd. If you don't follow me on TikTok, if you seek Trey, by the way, I decided to stand in line at the box office around 8 a.m. and test my luck. I was number 29, and the first girl I met, Cindy, was 28. I was so unprepared and didn't know what I was getting myself into that I bought a chair and blankets and forgot them the day of. If you don't know, I'm socially anxious, so more girls came after me, and I met another girl named Allison and her friends. Maybe it was because I was black, but I was so nervous about being around a space of majority white people. How do you prevail in that space as a black gay man? That's a triple homicide right there for like what? The funny thing about that is that my thoughts anticipated me getting exiled, a bloodbath between fans, and worst of all, no tickets. But to my surprise, it was so positive. I first spoke with Allison, and I commend her for being a good listener and showing that she's listening. I felt flustered by how great her attention was. I was shaking. With me talking to Allison and Allison being a social butterfly, I eventually spoke to Cindy, which grew into Chloe and her sister, and I felt like I found my tribe. I also want to mention, I told you guys I didn't have a chair. Allison and the girls helped me out. They gave me blankets. Anything I asked for, they would have probably gave it to me. And I don't know. It's too early to say, but I think I love them. I think I love them. I never thought I would love white girls, but hey, like Justin, did Justin Bieber say that? Never say never. So we waited for 10 hours before tickets were discussed. The line remained the same when I went home to grab my camera charger, shirt, and a shot. The box office finally opened around 5 p.m. and the girls in front of me were getting good seats left and right. And tell me why, when I got up there, they were offering me 200 seats with an obstructed view for $90. I was happy, but defeated because Allison and Cindy both had floor tickets. But you want to know the kicker? I went to get drinks with the girlies, and they instructed me to see Sabrina and get a good view of her. I don't know if it was the 3 shots in our drinks or the overall good experience with the box office, but I felt love. After our drinks, we drunkenly walked to the arena and had a blast. Sabrina has some very conscious fans because the way I snuck into the seat and nobody gave a fuck. Wow. Let's do that more often. Bring that into 2025. Overall, I had so much fun with them. The conversations, whether we add the alcohol, were so surreal. I just want to personally say thank you, lovely ladies, for treating me to a good time because you girls could have said fuck me and hung me dry. But not only them, everyone was that way. Like, they gave out snacks, water, and drinks. We even played Uno. Hashtag fun times. Speaking of not some fun times, let's get into what the hell happened to me before that Tuesday. Tell me why I got fired. It's not funny, but the things a job would do to try to scare you like this is some boot camp or school is amusing. My boss even got me escorted off the building. You would have thought I did a split with my middle fingers in the air, yelling out, fuck this job, or I got caught doing drugs, sniffing it, inhaling, whatever the case may be. No, I was in trouble for being on my phone. I wish I could explain the whole theatrics of it all and how foolish it was, but coworkers listened to me, and I don't think I want to have more of a light on me than I already have. Imagine asking about your PTO and getting fired that same day. Like, who does that? What the fuck? I told my family and they were in disbelief. And I really think it's because I never have been fired. Ever. Like, how? Yeah, I never been fired. Eventually, the firing turned into a suspension. And it is what it is. I decided to let it go for peace because I had more things to worry about that happened days after the concert. Getting sick. Tell me why I got sick a day after the concert. I'm like, no, I'm not sick. I just slept by the fan and that's why my throat is dry as hell. Yeah, eventually my dry throat turned into a sore throat, which turned into body chills and headaches, which turned into a sore throat again and losing my voice. concluding with a cough again. This all lasted for a week and a half. I was feeling like shit, dealing with shit. To add on even more misery, after going to the short and sweet tour and befriending lovely white girls, I decided to try to talk to my first white guy. I'm so embarrassed to let you in on my dating life because I was going smoothly with no hiccups until this. We often chatted and played around, leading to me getting his number, but I didn't know how to initiate the conversation regarding messages. I'm so awkward with guys. I don't know what their intention is, especially being gay and being a man, talking to other men. You never know. You never know if they want to play with you until you all played out. You don't know if they want to take you serious into a relationship. You never know. And God forbid you go the wrong way. You end up killed, hanged in the river, beaten, shot, tased. The list goes on. Robbed, assaulted, harassed, sexually abused. Listen, before I decided to text him though, I wanted to get my car fast. I do not want to mess up again regarding my track list of guys. I need to see a clean sheet before I indulge any further, especially with a guy outside of my race. It's just so funny that this happened after I had the conversation with my friend Coco. I asked her if she would ever date outside of her race, and we shared the same thoughts. I personally would have second thoughts about everything regarding the white guy. Were you taught racism? Is your family racist? What are the conversations like regarding you and your friends behind closed doors? Am I some kink to you? There are too many questions for me to have, so I would rather distance myself, no shade. This guy, however, made me want to eat the forbidden fruit. He reminded me of Justin Bieber in 2016, but with his 2010 haircut. He was so quirky and charming. I'll give him that. I, I, I have to do my research. I'm sorry. Well, I'm trying to, however. But this man is a ghost. I'm searching for his name and nothing current is popping up. The only thing I'm getting are the Instagrams and Facebook he made as a kid. But listen here. As a kid, I guess he was the hot commodity with the white girls. They were on him in his comments even as recent as 4 years ago. As I'm searching through, I look at a particular post, and here he goes. He's saying the N word. Why? Oh my God. And it's public in 4K view. I was so hurt. But my dumb ass decided to bypass it since it was a decade ago and he was a child, I guess. So I decided to text him. Ugh. Tell me why. I ask what he's doing, and he tells me he's with his baby mama at a baby shower. That's not the worst part. No, I'm gagged, and I'm trying to keep my composure, saying that I hope he's. I hope he enjoys eating meatballs and nachos. He's white. They're white. And only black people stereotypically eat those foods. Oh my God. So fucking stupid. He never responded after that, and I don't blame him. Why the fuck did I do that? I can only be around white girls, and that's a stretch before I put on my pro black hat and remember the past and how history can repeat itself at times. For fucking example, this election. You did see dumb fucks brought this man back as president again? I never would have thought a convicted felon with no experience could be president not once, but twice. When I woke up Wednesday morning to see the country painted red like I was on a Doja Cat music video set, I could have passed out if I had been a bit more dramatic. People are telling me it's not that serious, but it really is. We think the president doesn't affect us, but he does. From our healthcare, education, jobs, and even daily interactions, he can put an effort to change however he sees fit. And with the Republican cabinet, who's to say what can and can't happen? This man is charged the same as Young Thug with racketeering by the Fulton County District, and he's fit to be president? I must be crazy. And maybe it is me. But this is some bullshit. And Kamala? I fear Kamala was set for failure. Biden knew he was dead ass wrong and unequipped to run again, leaving Kamala 3 months to prepare and change the minds of those already weary of the Democratic Party. I would rather get spit on than realize the state of the country I live in right now. I swear, I do not want to be in close vicinity of MAGA anything. I admit I am not fully mature, and I will emotionally and physically crash out. With him winning, I get flashbacks of people my skin color getting sprayed with fire hoses, dolls unleashing on us, getting lynched, and being slaves, all for the price of nickels, and at the highest, a dime. Oh, speaking of money, I forgot to mention, I also lost my wallet and phone while I was sick. I lost my phone in an Uber and my wallet, I don't even know. But I'm just like, what else is going to happen to me at this point? I was genuinely focused on my phone and ID, as that's the only way I could vote until I learned I could place a provisional ballot. Did you guys know of a provisional ballot? I haven't, in my years of schooling are general, but I'm glad it exists. I placed my vote and had a sense of hope just for pale-colored misogynists to rip it away from me. I just genuinely don't understand people and their thinking. I understand how my thinking can be unorthodox compared to everyone else's, so I made this podcast to profit from it. But sometimes, some of your thoughts and opinions need to be corrected. And not only that, but they are also idiotic. I'm just thinking of Birth of a Nation and how white men thought it was a brilliant idea to portray African Americans in blackface, mocking us because we weren't even considered human to them. Even as something that's not as drastic as that, but just taking the time out of your day to read comments on, I don't know, the Shade Room, the Neighborhood Talk, or even something like Twitter. Hell, even blogs at your job. I can't help but chuckle at how people can be so ignorant and admit it in the exact words that they type. Do your research, think of any controversial topics, and read a post, and then pick out the most ignorant comment and read it. Actually read it, not in your head, but out of your mouth. Actually embody the person these words are coming from. Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how Diddy, R. Kelly, and Jay-Z all connect somehow. It may sound foolish now, but once I have the evidence, I'll speak on this again. Jay-Z really befriended R. Kelly twice after his case was going to trial and didn't care because he was selling those hits. I also found out that Jay-Z was also friends with Diddy, who was allegedly dating Aaliyah. and the alleged disappearance of Becky with the good hair. By the way, this is all alleged, by the way. Alleged. I am not confirming this is true or false, whatever the case may be. This is just speculation. I fear some spooky shit has happened that we have no clue about. People say that they miss when you don't know much about celebrities, but this is the stuff that can hide behind closets when they have a cloak of immunity around them. Dare I start to spill? Let's skip to the juicy part. All right. This segment of the show is called Maybe It's You. You anonymously share your frustrations or anything else you want to share, and I speak up and give insight to help you out because mi casa es su casa. As much as this is my platform, you're welcome to say what you want. All right. I will only pick 3 because that sounds appropriate, right? Okay. First one. It starts. I literally don't know what to do. I used to be so beautiful, but now I can't even look in a mirror without feeling miserable. I hate putting so much weight into something so superficial, but I feel like I can't even focus on my day now. I am isolating myself, and I don't know how to feel okay about being so gross looking. My face is all broken out and has been for years, even though I'm a fucking adult. I have the hairiest face I've ever seen on a woman. I tested positive for erotism. Listen, I'm sorry. So sorry. My long distance boyfriend is coming to visit and he wants me to come hang out with him and his friends and their tiny little petite, cute, clear skin, nice hair girlfriends. And it makes me want to scream. Just the thought of them coming out of it and thinking of me as a fat, hairy, ugly, broken out old girl. Oh, girl. Okay, that's the end of that. I just want to say we all have struggles and we all have insecurities within ourselves. But the one thing I have learned throughout my 22 years of living and being self-conscious and trying to grow out of that bubble of looking inward so much that it kind of projects out to other people. People don't even know about your insecurities until you make it obvious, if you get what I'm saying. So when you speak of yourself in this way and you speak it into light, people kind of see that energy and it doesn't make it right, but they treat you according to how you view yourself. So if you view yourself as ugly, people will treat you as ugly, sad to say. So you can't think of yourself that way, because when you think of yourself that way and continue to think of yourself that way and don't even have positive reinforcement, you're digging yourself deep in a hole that you won't even be able to get yourself out of. So the advice that I can give to you is start thinking positive of yourself, because you are enough and you are okay and you are beautiful. Trust me when I say that. You just have to do simple things, even if it's waking up early in the morning, looking at yourself in the mirror and saying these things to yourself, actually saying it to yourself. It may sound silly, but if you keep doing it and it becomes a habit, over time you will have a better sense of self, And you have a boyfriend. Obviously, your boyfriend thinks you're cute. That's why he got with you. Like, realize your worth. If he truly thought you were ugly, he wouldn't have bagged you. He wouldn't have willingly participated in being in a relationship with you. So that should realize your worth. Like, these bitches, you think these bitches like not looking at you the same way you're looking at them? Like, trust me, I promise you, all you have to do is have one deep conversation with those girls. Them girls gonna get to spilling their true insecurities and drama and whatever they have going on in their life. Just connect with them girls. Just be friendly to them, and they will be friendly to you. Trust me, it's all in your head. Well, I'm not gonna say it's all in your head, because we all deal with those same things. But trust me, just take it one step at a time, and it will be okay. I promise. Hopefully that helped. Okay, second one. Hi, I'm 19, but I started dating my first and last partner when I was 16 and she was 23. Wait a fucking minute. 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, we were talking online for a half of a year before I flew to her city to meet her. Girl. It was night when I got here, and I was really tired after the flight. We got to the room I rented, and I was incredibly nervous when we started kissing. I didn't plan on anything more since I just met her. I rejected her when she started touching me. I thought she would understand since even over text, we discussed that if I won't be ready for it, it will be okay. But she immediately gave me a cold shoulder, turning away from me, and cried. She says she feels bad for initiating so fast and that she feels like I don't like her. I felt so ashamed, like it was my fault for making her upset and that I was just being difficult because I'm inexperienced. I ended up soothing her and just going with it after. I, I thought it was okay. I liked her and thought that even if I didn't want it, it's still fine. We broke up and stayed friends. This summer, we met after 2 years of not seeing each other in person to celebrate her 26th birthday. It was a few days trip, and at the last day, she was acting weird towards me, asking to hug her or just touch like 15 times. I was saying no, and I don't want to straight up. I was getting upset and angry because she just kept insisting and saying things like, "You just hate me. Why can't you do it? Are you disgusted to touch me or what?" And I end up doing it just to get out of the situation. It was at my house. After she left, I felt awful. I felt so ashamed for agreeing, even though it was just the stupid hugs and cuddling. And then that first experience just came to mind, and I can't stop thinking about it for months now. Every time I think about it, I feel like I'm overreacting and making it up. Every time I think, oh, my bad. I feel so stupid and just ending up crying every time because I don't know why it keeps bothering me if I was okay with it before. Why it suddenly bothers me so much after 3 years? Just because that reminded me of it? I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know how to forget it or accept that it was fucked up. I understand that it wasn't completely okay, but it feels like I'm overreacting and I feel guilty for blaming her since I agreed after it all, but it still feels wrong. I don't know. I just don't know how to shake off this feeling or what to do with it. I cut ties with her today. I never mentioned or talked about this with her. I'm still doubting myself. Oh, child. I wasn't expecting this. Um, I'm so sorry if this sounds cut dry, but you're gonna have to leave that adult, that grown ass woman alone. Like, you met her when you were 19. Wait, you met her when you were 16 and she was 23. That already off rip gives grooming. I don't care what the logistics of it. That's a 7 age difference, and you were a minor. Yeah, no, baby. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you went through that. And older people know what the fuck they're doing. Like, especially when you're like, I feel like even when you're 19, like if you're 19 like me, never mind. I'm not even gonna tie myself in there. I'm not even gonna, throw stones. I'm not even gonna throw unwarranted stones. But I still feel like when you're at that age of the ones like before, I say 20 up. Okay, cool. You could date if you're 20, you could date a 24-year-old. You could date a 25, maybe. But when you're 19 and 23, 24, I don't know. It just gets a little weird at that point. Like, I don't know. And older people, especially around that age, they know what the fuck they're doing. Why you don't see them talking or dating to the people around their age, but they want to talk to the 16-year-old and she's 23? Yeah, no, baby. That lady is weird. That lady is sick. I don't know how else can I explain it? You just have to leave that lady alone. You have to seek therapy, side to it with somebody, a trusted person, a loved person, whatever the case may be. Seek help and heal. Do whatever is necessary for you to leave her alone and to move on and to open your heart into somebody around your age because, yeah, no, that's not okay. I hate people like that. Like, oh my God. Okay. I'm gonna skip over that one. Lastly, third one. It says, I'm tired of school in all caps. Should I take a gap year? Like, no, seriously. The only thing really stopping me is how people will look at me. I honestly feel burnt out and I ain't even excited about it no more. It's more so depressing. But I literally only have one more year to go. I'm tired of school. Should I take a gap? Wait. Oh, my bad. It repeated twice. Okay. I am I the right person to talk about this? Because I too said I was going to take a gap year, and look at me now. I haven't went back to college in about a good 4 or 5 years. But you, since you're like a year left, if you're burnt out, girl, take that gap year. Like, take that gap year. Is Who cares about how people look at you? Who cares? Like, who literally cares? You have done so much from this point all the way to wherever you started. And if people don't see that and they want to look at you a certain type of way because you feel burnt out and stressed and so much is going on and you feel overwhelmed, you just want to take 365 days off and not think about school for those times, they want to look at you different because of that. Forget them. Who cares? Like, school will be here. School will be here. You won't. Wait, did that sound harsh? I hope that didn't sound harsh. I hope this sound motivational or something. But if you want to take that gap year, take that gap year. Take that gap year. Do whatever you need to do so when you come back, you can come back 10 times harder and not be stressed out, burnt out, contemplating on whether to throw it all away because you trying to hurry up and stick to the standards of what other people placed in front of you when you should follow your own steps and do whatever you feel like is necessary for you to do. Yeah. That was a lot of trauma to unpack and empathize with. Um, I hope you all enjoyed this episode and please take care of yourself. Thank you all again and goodbye. See you guys soon.